Okay guys, so the last video we navigated through how to go over to my hosting site, which is www.teknowguy.com. I walked you through how to purchase the domain, how to get it set up, install it, navigated. We walked around and went through some of the items, where things were at. I got a little familiar with that. And then I showed you how to select a theme in WordPress. But it was a store theme. We're going to back it up a little bit. I will cover some advanced courses. They do show how to create a store. There's a lot of moving parts on that. I don't want to cover it in, especially when you guys are just getting your feet wet, there's a lot to dig in there. I know you guys can do it. We will cover it, but not during this episode. Today we're just going to learn how to create our first page. So we're going to get started. And you see here in the screen, we have the dashboard view. We're going to go down to appearance. We're going to select themes. And right here, this shows you the active theme. It's highlighted. It says active. And right now it's the storefront. We're going to go over here and select this theme, 2017, and activate it. Now there are a lot more themes. You can go to add a new theme. If I was to click on this, it will take us on over, and you can just, it goes on and on and on. You can search. There's tons of them. Okay, but we're not going to do all that right now. We're going to go back, and we're just going to select one of the default ones. I'm going to select 2017. I'm going to click on this button to activate, and voila, 2017 is activated. And now from there we go to pages, and the name of that page was shop. It was left over from the template. I'm going to click on edit. I'm going to change the name of the page to home. This will be our home page. And if I select update, it will publish that. Now there's two default views. One of them is text, the other one is visual. I sort of added a picture in here already with a little bit of words. This is like the little editor screen right here. You can do different types of formats, heading styles, stuff like that. This is a little rough. One of the beauties of WordPress is the plethora of plugins. So if I go to plugins over here on your left hand side, and I'm going to go to add new, we're going to leave this page and go over to plugins. Here we have, they break them down in groups. You got featured, popular, recommended, favorites, or you can search over here on your right. There are tons of them. Okay, I'm going to select popular, recommended. Select recommended, and then I'm going to scroll down a little bit. And page builder by site origin. I selected this one because I do know what it does. It is pretty easy to work with. Over here you're going to see a little bit of information, how many reviews it's got. It's got a whole bunch of 5-star reviews, actually 932. There's over 1 million people that have active installations of this. Another thing you want to pay attention to is right here. Okay, is it compatible with your version of WordPress or your theme? Okay, you want to make sure this is checked, or if not, there's a chance it could work, and there's also a chance it couldn't. You don't want to roll the dice, especially if you actually have people coming into your site. I've seen it where people don't have it backed up, and then it crashes, and then it's a hot mess. And you'll probably have to give our support team a call, and we'll have to reset everything. But anyways, I'm going to select this, click install now, wait for that to finish, and then I'm going to go ahead and activate it. Okay, so now it took us back to the plugins page, and you can see here it's been activated. Now there's a default plugin. It has not been activated. This is for anti-spam. This is something you do want to get into. We'll talk more about it later, but you don't want a whole bunch of bots or something spamming your site. So this is good to have. It's good to donate them. It's for a good cause. But anyways, now that this is installed, I'm going to go back to the page that we had. Okay, we named it home. and I'm going to select edit. Now over here, you're going to see 3 tabs: visual, text, and page builder. I'm going to select page builder. It's going to have us confirm. Now it looks a little bit different. Okay, and this is sort of letting us snap in things to our page. It's a little more organized. It's a little more controlled. So this is right now. There's nothing in it. This is the row. We can edit the row. Okay, and this can break it into sections. So is this going to take up the whole page, or are we going to split it into 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s? You can do. I'm going to do 2, and then you can either manually adjust it like this. Or there are some predetermined dimensions, halves, thirds, and you can go through these and play with them. Okay, and here you have attributes, layouts, and design. So you can change the background color. You can add an image for the background. Tiled, you can do a border color, self-explanatory. You can play with these a little bit. Right now, just for so we don't lose the thunder in this session, I'm just going to keep it like this, and I'm going to keep it on halves, 2 sections, and I'm going to say I'm done. So right now, there's nothing in it. It should look like this. Okay, we want to add a widget. Okay. Now, when we select add a widget, there's all different types of widgets. Some of these are pretty self-explanatory. You wanted to add a calendar, category, image, galleries, navigation menu, RSS feed. There's a whole bunch of different things in here. Okay, but remember, when you do this, especially if it's your home page, you should have a good paragraph right off the bat explaining what it is your site's about. What you look to accomplish, just brief overview of your site, welcoming your customers. Okay, so I'm going to select text, and voila, it added text in here. And on this one, I highlighted it. I left clicked once. Now it's highlighted blue. I'm going to add a widget to this, and this one is going to be an image. Okay, so now if I select this, I can edit either the text or I can edit the image. Okay, so now I'm going to edit the text. Now it pops this open, and this is just the text. So I'm going to say, welcome to my homepage. And I'm going to say, it's totally awesome. Thanks for clicking on my page. Okay, and then here you got the option, you got some formatting options. Okay, and you want to make sure that, and obviously you guys don't want to see me type out a whole entire page, but you want something that's going to be grammatically correct. You want it to be readable, something easy for your customers or your visitors to digest. Easy on the eyes, interesting. There's lots of reasons why you would want to use bullet points, italic, links. Okay, this goes to not only keeping it the paragraphs or the words flowing for your customers to read and make it nice for them, but also running in parallel is the search engine optimization. So you want your first paragraph to start right off with explaining what it is your page is about. Okay, so if you got a page about dogs or a website about dogs, you don't want to start off your first paragraph going on and on about cats or some other type of animal. You want to explain what it is your site's about. That's a pretty generic explanation, but you get what I mean. Alright, I'm going to go here, click Add Media. Here I can go ahead and select an image. I'm going to select this computer. It comes with stock photos. If you're going to go, just make sure your images aren't copyrighted in any ways. Make sure you have the rights to use the image. I'm sure you guys know about that already. But I can go ahead and select the city. Stock photos, I would imagine. Okay, so there's, see, about image license, and it tells you right here, okay, if it's usable or not. Okay, but anyways, that I'm just showing you. I have the media library selected right now, so I'm clicking on this. Here you want a title, something that's makes sense. Welcome image. You want to fill out the caption, you want alternate text, and you want a description. Again, this might be very small for you or not noticeable for your customers, but or your visitors, but the search engines will notice it. So just fill it out. It's worth it. Do it once. Do it thorough. Do it right. Okay, and I mean, I know you're always going to make tweaks, but just try to do it when you're here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and insert it into the page. Okay, you see my words are underneath. Now I'm going to play with the design a little bit. I'm going to say the border color of the widget, font color, link color. Okay, background image, background color. Alright, I'm just going to leave it like this for right now. Alright, now for image, I'm going to say bridge. And then I'm going to add an image. Ironically of a bridge. Fill out all this information. Okay. Now you can make this link to another page if you're trying to catch interest, catch your visitor's eye. This can be something specific to another page on your site, and then you would copy and paste that link to your page right here. So if they clicked on the picture, it would take them to that page. Again, here you got the attributes, so you can do certain things with these. I won't get into this. This is a little bit more about the code in the back. But here you got the layout, so you can do padding, or your margins. I'm doing 10 pixel padding. I'm doing 10. And this is sort of the space between the top, the bottom, the left, and the right. Okay, and the same for mobile. I'm just gonna click done. And then let's say that this is it for now. I'm going to update it. Wait for it to finish. Now let's go and view the page. Okay, so now we're viewing it. This is what it's going to look like to your customers or your visitors. And right here, you see, obviously we didn't add too much to it. But, I mean, take the time, write the content. You guys obviously don't want to see me write through all or go through all this and watch me write it. But it is a process. Take your time, and then work on a little bit of A/B testing. You present it one way to a set of visitors, and then you can go ahead and play with another design for a homepage that could look completely different, and present part B of this presentation to another set of visitors, and see which one they like more. If the design B works, then keep it as design B. And then we'll go back to edit. Okay, and let's say this was design A, or your customers or visitors like design B, and this was it. Then you can go on to the next piece. You can go and add another row. This time we're going to say just one. Insert it, and here's your next row. Now you can also move it. See, I can move it to the top by clicking this button here. Okay, I'm dragging it to the top. I'm going to add a widget, and this one's going to be, let's see, yeah, we'll add another image. Nope, never mind. Delete this. Delete. We're going to add, I guess we'll add another text. We're going to edit. We'll say, welcome to my page. Add some media. I'm going to go back to stock images. Actually, I'll go back to my logo, Teknowguy. I'm going to insert it into the page. Underneath, I'm going to start typing. And for speeding up the purpose, I'm going to say Teknowguy, or I'm going to say Teknowguy.com. And here is our hosting site. Remember, you get 20% discount if you go ahead and purchase your domain and have your WordPress site hosted through our site, which is www.teknowguy.com up here. Okay, and right here you can actually search for your domain and all that. We'll get into that later. Okay. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to add, I'm going to copy this. I'm not going to get in trouble because I'm copying my own page. I'm going to put it in here. And I'm going to say I'm done. I'm going to update it. And we're going to go ahead and view it. And here we go. I recommend playing with this as well, because as you start, it's going to take some time to get used to it. If we go in, we edit, look at the margins here, the design. It's going to take some time to actually play with this and get used to it. Another thing you can do, and this is sort of if you're trying to get things up and going, you can click on layouts and directory layouts. It might not display all these at first. It might ask you to enable them first. Click enable. All of a sudden these will pop up. Now you see these are sort of like pre-canned layouts. They're templates. Okay, so say we don't have that much time. We got to get things up and popping in a week. I'm not saying rush through everything, but sometimes things have to happen fast, or your workflow is fast. You'd rather just start typing than trying to get stuck or lose its thunder on moving things around. You can click on this. I can go ahead and click insert, and it's going to ask you insert after, before, or replace current. I'm going to select replace current, and it's going to ask me if I'm sure, and I'm going to say yeah, and voila. Now if you look over here, there's a whole stack of things. Okay, if I click update, that happens, and then I click on view. Now we have crap. We have nothing. Great. Now we have nothing. Okay, so now you see we have a bunch of we have more to our layouts. I clicked on update. I went here. I went to view page, and it's all blank. Like what the hell's going on? Well, it's looking for some plugins. They're not there. So I went back here. Back to my dashboard. Go back to plugins. I'm going to add new, and I'm going to add in site origin widgets bundle. Okay, it's right here. We're going to do the same thing. Click install now. Install now. Any day. Okay, click on activate. And now it's active. Okay, so we're going to go back to our page. Okay, click on edit for home. And now if we click update, we should see a little bit more here. Okay, now it's looking a little bit more full here. Okay, so there's some things that need a little bit of adjustments and stuff like that, but it did piece together some really nice stuff. You got a nice huge hero image here with a button that will take you to order now. We have your header. So now if we go back to edit page, it takes you back to all these elements. You can come in here and you can click on edit. When we click on edit, this is really what you see going on here. We can expand this, okay, and you can start to come in here and change this around into something that you can actually use. Okay, and then navigation colors. There's you can sort of play around with this and get a good idea of what's going on. There's shadow, the text color. There's all types of things. And then at the end, instead of having to update it and then preview it, you can just preview right from here. It's going to show you what it looks like. And you got this nice, beautiful picture that says fresh organic food. delivered right to your front door with a button that says order now. You could add an order form right from there that will submit an order, or they would place an order. Okay, but you can come in here, you can change some of this around, and then you would select done, and then you'd move on to the next thing. Okay, and again, change these accordingly. Come down here, click preview. Okay, not really too much to this, but you get the hint of it. Okay, and then you would keep going down. So what is this? If you're not sure what it is, preview it real quick. What is it? It's these. Okay, good. And then let's start changing these around a little bit. Okay, so you can come in here, you can change this. This is the first segment. It says it is good for your heart. Select the drop down menu. Okay, you can change the color. I'm changing it to blue. Okay, and then I'm changing the icon from heart to the little Android sign. And then obviously you can change the text around. Okay, it's good for your heart. It's good for you. And then this is a test to see what's going on the page. Okay, and I click done. I'm going to go ahead and update it. Okay, now this time let's go and preview our changes. You can either do it here, you can do it here, or you can do it here. Okay, and I'm going to scroll down. Nice beautiful hero shot here, and up here's our change here. It's good for you. Okay, and then yeah, there's the rest of the changes here. But I think this is going to wrap it up for now. We're going to go back to this page. We're going to tweak it a little bit. I'm going to design it, and then I'm going to go over what it is that I did. I'm going to leave some show notes so you can click on it, give you some better ideas or content you should add if you like what you see here. If you got any more questions, or if there's something you'd like to see me add next time or on the next episode, please feel free to leave some comments below. Don't forget to subscribe or give me a like if you like what you see. And until next time, thanks for choosing Teknowguy.